106 yards. It's the Seahawks and the Vikings on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Throwing Jones. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's go, man.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, got to carry the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where those quarterback's hands, you just sort of and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. And sometimes that option can get thrown down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw, he caught defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll get this one to Kelce. That's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Vikings at 500, sitting at 5-5. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive.
Well, throw for Pittman is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this... And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Well, the ball now going back over to Seattle Seahawks offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Reggie Gilliam, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Back to throw again. Got a man, it's London. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win, and the defense is...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. Into the hands of London. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Jones. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And Chubb try the middle here. And some space here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Being chased out left, and he'll just get rid of it.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the 3 points there to see that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Vikings to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The drive will start with an option going left. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Let's go now.
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Jones throwing on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
He's going to let it go again. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup of 38. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards for number 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Back to throw. Jones going out wide, finds Chubb. Fighting through it, he's got space. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Nick Chubb, 69 yards. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 10, Jones, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jones now on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by London. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And out now come the Vikings. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, They were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Jones throwing on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And now here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.